Was anyone surprised by any of these final decisions? Let me know in the comments. Stranded on Honeymoon Island, the final flare out and my overall thoughts on this series. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. So the couples had a few days apart to decide if they wanted to leave with their partner or go home alone. Now the thing that gets me about this is they're going to go home alone anyway. It's not as if they're just going to go home with their partner and move in with them. And obviously they're trying to be dramatic, but they're like, oh, this is a life-changing decision, right? But it's not really a life-changing decision because they're not really married. Like, they could go home, have a few days apart, and then give the person a text and be like, do you know what? I kind of miss you. Do you want to meet up? It's not like the be-all and end-all. Like, once you've flared out, you can never speak to that person again. So they were all sitting around talking about the journey they'd just been on and trying to decide if they want to leave with their partner or not. I must admit, I quite like the dramatics of this final flare situation because on maths they just do the final vows and it's a bit piss. I can't remember what order it was in, so I'm just going to go with the order that I've got them saved on my phone. Abby and Helen were talking about the relationship, and Abby was the one who seemed to be more into it, and Helen was a bit like, I'm not sure, can I fit her into my life? And it was making it look as if Helen was going to flare out. I found it interesting that Abby seemed so keen because she was the one who was upset that Helen didn't want to have kids. I had a feeling that they two were going to stay together because I seen a picture of them on the internet somewhere together. That doesn't mean to say that they're still going out, right? But they just looked like a couple. So in the end, the two of them pulled the flare and it was green. Yay! David and Annie. This was quite an emotional one. Because David's obviously been expressing that he's not too sure if Annie's the one, and Annie's been saying that she really likes David. So I kinda had a feeling that David was going to do red, but it was still saying as if like, oh, you know what, things could work out. It's just the way it's edited, you know what I mean? It wants to leave you guessing. And when they were doing their speeches, Annie was just so honest, you know, and I was getting so emotional. So when David pulled the red flare and she pulled the green flare, I just thought, wow, that was so brave because she had a feeling that he was going to pull red and she didn't want to pull red just to like save face. She wanted to be honest. And I was like, ah, so strong. And to be honest, I think a lot of people would have just have pulled red to not be embarrassed and to say, oh, well, he doesn't want me or I don't think he wants me, so fuck him. But she was fully open to the fact that she really liked him. And it took a lot. So good for her, and at the end of the day, it's David's loss. He had me all through the season thinking, oh my god, he's such a great guy, he's a great communicator, blah 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 blah. It was fucking gaslighting me the whole bastard time. Sam and Hannah had an argument at the end of the beach party because Hannah was comforting Megan. And as we know, they had got on for the very start. And I was just thinking, they better not fucking flare out because then Megan will get exactly what she wanted. She's obviously there to cause problems. And if they had have pulled the fucking red flares, she'd have been like, yes, oh yeah, I got what I wanted. And I'd have been honestly quite fucking raging. In the beach party episode, Hannah said that she'd left behind neon paint and glitter. So I was happy to see that she at least still wears sequins. That was very comforting for me. I loved her wee dress, it was so cute. When they were going for the flares, I felt like I knew that they were both going to pick green, but you just never know sometimes. Megan and Oliver were absolutely kidding each other and themselves on. I did not think for 1 second that any of them was going to pick the green flare. And Oliver's like, oh, I've been on such a journey. Like, we know he talks absolute piss. He was having sex with Tanya and then fucking chose to test the waters. It really pissed me off. He was standing crying to his mum. Oh, the girls are giving me a hard time. And what? Why do you think they're giving you a hard time? Honest to fuck. Megan was clearly there for her ex. And the fact that she kept on trying to fucking gaslight everybody and say, oh, I'm here, this is for my journey, this is for my journey. Why is nobody being nice to me? Do you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't even there to find somebody else. She was there to piss Sam off. And I've tried to be understanding this whole time, right? And try and give her the benefit of the doubt. But the more I think about it, the more I think, no, she was there to piss off Sam. And I will not ever change my mind until I see her application form, which I'm never going to see. So to me, she was there to piss off Sam and that was it. So surprise, surprise, the two of them picked red. When they were sitting on the beach after the beach party and they were talking, there was not one bit of chemistry between them. Not even one. So let's talk about the season overall. Apparently this had really bad ratings. To be honest, I think part of the reason for that is the name of the show. And I know it sounds weird, but when something's got like a really long name that can't be abbreviated, like Married at First Sight, obviously people call that maths, like it's less appealing. Also, when it comes to tagging shows, like if people are making videos or something's trending, it's easy to just do hashtag maths. It's not so easy to say hashtag stranded on honeymoon island. And anytime I've been making videos and I've been putting hashtags in, it's so hard to even find what I should click on. But with maths, you put an MA and it just comes up at the top. And you might not think that it makes that much of a difference, but there's so many shows that I've seen people talk about on TikTok, and I've went, oh, I better watch that. But their videos are not going to come up if you've got a big fucking long ass hashtag to put in. It goes without saying that the Australian one was far superior to the UK one, because all reality TV in Australia is better. Australians just know how to do it. Over the years of me making videos about reality TV, I have had quite a few cast members either DM me and tell me what was going on behind the scenes, or leave comments in my videos and tell me what was really happening in the show. And through that, I have learned that the behind the scenes of these reality TV shows is way more dramatic than what we are seeing on the screens. And I kind of wish that they filmed like a behind the scenes thing and showed you it, because it would fucking blow your mind. I'm always saying that I wish reality TV was more real, but for some reason producers think that we want to see scripted crap, cast members being told what to do. Even on Big Brother, they take them into the diary room and tell them to do stuff, and then when they come out and they cause drama in the house. Like, I don't want the people to be directed. I want to see reality. I want to see the behind the scenes. These shows would get so much more views if they just kept it as real as possible. I don't know how they can't see that. The thing that really wasted this show for me was Megan going on, and then it being made out as if she was just there on her own merit, and that she hasn't put on her application form that she's Sam's ex. Like, can the producers not come up with a way to make their own drama? Like, okay, we got a wee bit of entertainment out of it, but it just shows you how fake these things can be. Apparently, the reunion show is on Friday on the BBC iPlayer. I am so excited. I'm hoping that this is going to be as dramatic as it could be. Now, the questions that I'm left with is, who's still together? Because I follow Georgie on TikTok and I haven't seen her posting any videos with Matt, and she keeps doing videos like with wee quotes and stuff that's making me think that maybe she's not with him. But it's possible that she's not allowed to post videos with him until the show's over. Well, it is over now, so I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like being on TikTok. I don't know. Hopefully we find out during the reunion. Let me know what you thought of Stranded on Honeymoon Island, and I'll see you again after the reunion. Bye!